Hello viewers, it's Super GT here. Welcome to a slightly different video from me. So we're going to go through one of the cars from the recent Alpinestars car pack in Forza 6, and this is the car we're going to drive. It is the Ford Daytona Prototype, built by Riley Technologies, competing in the IMSA series over in the United States. Most notably the Daytona 24 Hours, or the Rolex 24 Hours at Daytona. It was actually the winner last year, so it's actually a very good car in the prototype class. So we're going to go and have a quick look at it in Forza Vista. Here we go. Let's go inside, have a quick look at the interior. Go inside. It's obviously a very nice looking car on the inside. Very racy indeed on the cockpit here. So go back outside. Now this is the kind of car I like to see in the car packs. The main criticism I have of the car pack though is that there isn't a competitor for this car. There's nothing really you can race it against. Of course you can race it against other P-class cars, but it'd be good if there was another direct competitor from the IMSA series. For example, the Chevrolet Corvette Daytona Prototype, because as it stands, you've only got this car to race against itself. It's not really that good to drive this car against other P-class cars which are unfairly matched. So we're going to go and give it a drive here. And seeing as it is a Daytona Prototype, it only makes sense to go to the Daytona International Speedway, and we're going to go to the sports car circuit. So here we are at the Daytona International Speedway, around the sports car circuit which they use in the Daytona 24 Hours, and away from the line. Actually, the first thing that strikes me about this car is that it's actually very stable in terms of throttle. I normally have a fear of going into P-Class because with traction control off, which I normally drive, or which I always drive, there's a tendency for the cars to oversteer a lot on the exit of corners when you put down the throttle. But this car, coming out of there as well, around a curved exit, which is even harder, the car's actually very stable, very civilised and very easy to drive. Coming into here, the brakes are obviously very sharp. It's what you'd expect from a P-Class car. Perhaps the overall weakness of the car is its top speed. You do have a lot of other cars which can go quite a lot quicker in a straight line. Although having said that, this car is a good all-rounder, and it is one of the quickest cars in the IMSA series. As I said earlier, it did win the Daytona 24 Hours last year, so it is clearly a very good car. But as I said earlier, again, my main criticism of the car packs in general is that there aren't competitors for these cars. This is the only car in this series in the game, so it's kind of worthless having it in the game if you're not going to be able to compete it against anything. I know of course you can tune it up, but it'd be good if there was in stock form a couple of cars that can directly compete against each other with very similar PI, because as it stands you can only really race against itself. So we're going to go to cockpit view here, go for a lap. Now I'm not very good at cockpit view, I must say, so this lap coming up here probably won't be the best. Well, it definitely won't be the best, because I just am not very good at this view. I just can't judge the braking points as well, I can't judge my speed, and I can't see anything, especially when turning right. I'd imagine as I come up into this corner in a moment, I don't think I'll be able to see anything. So going through the chicane, coming to this right-hander, I've got this massive wiper blade blocking my view, whatever that thing is coming down there. You can see on the exit I can actually go a bit wide. But the other thing I want to talk about in this video is the Porsche expansion pack, which has been apparently leaked on Amazon. So coming up very soon, Porsche DLC, about 20 cars coming up in that pack. There will be also, very good news, Virginia International Raceway, and another track coming to the game, which is very pleasing to hear. It's actually a track I've actually never heard of before, yet surprisingly there are tracks I don't actually know. By looking up this track, I looked up a few videos online, and it actually looks like a really solid track. It looks really quite challenging, and it will come in its night and rain configurations as well. So it's a very welcome news to hear another track coming to the game. I'd rather see tracks come to the game than more car. So the possible release date is March the 1st, although that isn't confirmed. We don't actually know that for sure. That is just what the leaked details say, but We can't take that as 100% truth. We don't know for sure when it will be released. And as for the price, well, it won't be included in the season pass, because the season pass only includes the 6 car packs that you get every month. So there will be a price on it, I'd imagine. It might be included in the season pass. It might change. I don't know. But as it stands, I'm pretty sure that it will be a separate standalone expansion which you'll have to pay for. Hopefully not too much. I wouldn't be too surprised if it was about $20 or £10-ish. If it was that, I'll be happy to pay for it, especially as it's got a new track, which for me is very important. So let's go back to this car here, the Daytona Prototype. It's probably the standout car for me from this pack, apart from the Pontiac Aztec, the Breaking Bad car, Walter White's car. That's quite a cool addition to the game, I suppose. Probably won't ever drive it, if I'm honest. A lot of the cars I don't actually drive from the car packs, making me wonder why I bothered buying it, but it's good to have, I suppose, if every month you get a couple of cars for free, technically. This car is actually a very good car. I'd like to see if it could stand up to the Mazda 787B in P-Class. I doubt it. I don't think any car can. Most cars fall short of the 787B around the majority of tracks, and I don't think this car is going to change that. Unfortunately, it seems like P-Class is totally unbalanced because of the Mazda, but it'd be interesting to see how quickly this car can be lapped when it's fully tuned. So we're going to come around here at the end of lap 3. This is going to pretty much be the end of this review of this car. It's a good car, actually. It's very solid, but I just wonder about its PI placement. It's very low in the P-Class range, just over 900. So obviously you will have to tune it to make it competitive in P-Class. As it stands, as a stock car, it's not very quick for P-Class. So as it stands, not the best car for P-Class. There are a lot better cars tuned for this class. It is technically an LMP1 equivalent over in the States, but it doesn't quite match up to the European versions. So that's going to wrap up this video. I hope you have enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts on the incoming Porsche pack and the Virginia International Raceway. Also let me know your thoughts on the Alpinestars car pack. For me, it's not the best pack, but then again, I don't really play the game for the cars. It's for me, it's the tracks, it's the driving around the tracks, it's the racing. This car was good though. I did enjoy racing this car, and hopefully you did the same too. So that's going to wrap up for me. Hope you have enjoyed it. Hope to see you in the next one. Thanks very much for watching. Goodbye.